Well, hello again there everyone. Welcome back again to another video tutorial lesson, another rack analysis video here from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor. And in today's video, it's going to be a table run out that in my opinion, so excellently executed and ran it with precision. But before we got to that stage of the rack or that stage of the video, we had to go through a little bit of a process in terms of getting the rule. Now I'm actually doing a practice session, and this was me actually getting back into stroke mode before I actually got I think I went to a tournament this day and I actually lost because I haven't played pool competitively. I haven't trained, I haven't practiced in a while, but I was practicing this day. I was going out of port, and I just wanted to get back into the competitive state. So in this particular table run out here, we're gonna talk about the different stages that I went through, the mental breakdown, the positional play, the pattern play, well, not pattern play because it's 10 ball, but the positional play and the thought process about what went on during this rack. So if this is the first time here on the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button below, turning on your post notification bell. Leave some positive questions and comments down below. Share your opinion and your thoughts. They are very much welcome. I am here to learn from you, as well as I'm here to share both my success and failures in the process of improving to becoming a better pro player. Now we're going to be starting off here with the break, and it's a very powerful one at that. One that I felt like in this break I had somewhat of an I had somewhat of a controlled break to an extent. Let's have a look at the replay here. Real steady, real in alignment, putting a lot of power there, and as you can see on that freeze frame, I'm getting a pop on the cue ball there, which is usually very good. But when you have excess power, the probability lies where it can pop off the table, or it can bounce on the table a couple times and gets kicked into the pocket, or it gets hooked behind a ball here. Now of course, as you can see here on the slow motion replay, really nice solid break. Did I get a ball down? 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9. It looks like the 3 ball went down, or is it the 5 ball? So a ball went down on the break, and so I have a very tricky pot here to execute. Now here you'll see where it's a difficult pot at that, but what makes the shot even more difficult is the fact that I have to play position for the 2. So as you can see here, I'm looking down to see the angle of the pot. Whenever the cue ball is very close to the object ball, the seeing that potting angle is difficult, and you have a tendency, depending on what you're doing with the cue ball, you may over or undercut. Now you'll see here that upon instinct, as you can see, I'm all lined up here on this freeze frame here. This is my original angle. That's the angle that I instinctively came up with, that I thought would have potted the ball. Now have a look here after, or just before I execute. I kind of changed my angle. Did you see that shift there? Right, I changed my angle, and look what happened. I overcut the 1 ball. Now even though I got a really nice position there, I would have got a nice position on the 2. What I got from that there in a second there, what I got from that was, sometimes you have to instinctively go with what your mind tells you. For example, here in this position, I'm not sure if the 1 ball passes the 8, but my stance, my body language, how I'm looking at the shot, this is giving, as you can see here, a defensive play. Now you can see on that freeze frame there where I placed my hand near to that chalk area, because I know that the 3 and the 1 ball, or the 3 and the 9 ball, acts as a blocker. Now have a look at this excellently executed safety here. I'm gonna place 3 rails, and I'm gonna come right behind the 5 and the 9, and I came in a little bit heavy, but I came in just heavy enough, and you can see a pat on the table there. Whenever you see me do that, that is genuinely because that's exactly the particular shot that I wanted to execute. Now I got a little bit fortunate here where I'm hooked. Now whenever I'm playing with the ghost, I'm pretending like I'm playing with the best version of myself. So I am hooked here. What am I going to do? I'm looking at the, looking at the angles. I'm a very mathematical player. I'm a player that executes with precision. Well, at least I try majority of the time. So unlike some players who will be able to kick at this object ball instinctively, I have to calculate. So let's see here. I'm trying to kick 2 rails, it seems. And I wanna, right, I'm kicking 2 rails, almost edging that one, and have a look at what would have happened had I just grazed that one ball. Look how slim shade, just barely off missing, because if I had kicked that ball, the potential could be that I could actually, kick the combination in. I'm not sure if it's quite wired to the pocket, but a lot of good things could have come out of that kick shot there, but unfortunately I have missed on that pot there. Now I'm in a situation here, I'm in a little bit of a bind. So obviously if I'm going for the safety, that means the combination is not wired to the pocket. So here now guys, what you have to do when you're in a situation like this is think defense, and you have to play a powerful defense where you don't really want to leave your opponent with any sort of shot, because they can get lucky. Now I executed in terms of keeping the cue ball where I wanted to, but the angle of that kick, or the angle of that, that bank shot there to bring it down to the short rail was a little off. Now I've left myself with open. Now surveying the table here guys, this is a 8-foot table. It is not easy as it is to play on a 9-foot table where the potting the balls is harder but position is easier. On a 8-foot table like this, you have limited space. And have a look at this shot here guys, this really nice steep back cut here on this one. Beautiful pot coming right around, and believe it or not, that's exactly the path that I wanted the cue ball to take. Now this is a very steep cut, so as you can see upon execution here, beautiful stroke. I hit the 1, going to the center of the pocket, skip past the 4 and the 5, coming around. Obviously I know that it's a thin cut, so it's gonna have a lot of cue ball energy, and so I decided to just wrap the cue ball around the rails to give me at least some sort of shot on the 2. Now I've landed close to the rail, which is quite a difficult shot, and you're potting a ball that is in mid-table. I remember this moment when I was thinking about the shot. I had a limited space to pass the 6 and the 4 and the 5 here. So for me, I think this shot was well executed in terms of how the delivery of the cue. Look at the shot here guys, really nice smooth stroke there, floating down to the end rail, not trying to do too much. A lot of the times guys, whenever you're running racks guys and you're playing shots, you want to ensure that you have less body movement. And you'll see, this is where I feel like I'm in my prime. Whenever you see me start to do those theatrics around the table, touching the rail, touching the surface, I know where I want my cue ball to travel. And if you'll notice here how I'm about to execute this rack here, I'm doing something that a lot of players find it very difficult to consistently do. And I'm not talking about pro players, I'm talking about players in my area. Is where even though you already made the shot, you want to calculate the angles. Now I'm trying to pot this 4 and I need to escape that 9 to come around, and look at that, I calculated precisely where I wanted the cue ball to take. Now I know I don't think I have a opening shot here on the 5. It seems as if I'm going for the combo here, but then it seems as if I can pot the 5. So it's going to be interesting here to see how I play position here. I'm going to have to go across 2 rails, so 1 rail into the side rail and back out for the 6. I think that's what I need to do here. Oh no, I took a 1 rail. Now you can see a little bit of a grimace on my face there. I usually, because I'm playing for pinpoint precise position, if I get a little off, you'll see me take a little pause. This shot is very makeable. It's not a difficult shot, but you want when you're running your racks needs to be run as simple as possible. As much less cue ball movement as you have on the cue ball, it's gonna be better for you. So when I have to stroke shots like this here, I have to be really focused and really still in the stroke. As you will see here, a beautiful pot here on the 6, coming 1 rail back out, beautiful there, lovely stroke there on that cue ball. Let's have a look at the replay here, and you see in the delivery lots of power, but much control power. no twisting the arm, you know, beautiful stroke. Even started moving before the cue ball stopped. Now that was a very well executed shot there by Apex LNU. And like I said, guys, this is perhaps the most beautiful game that you can ever play. You know, this game teaches you discipline, it humbles you, it really puts you into a state of focus, and this is what I love about the game. For me, it's doing mathematics and making it fun. Beautiful stroke here, really nice, stunning over all the way over here. And I wanted to pan and zoom this here, guys, because this position was pretty clean. Look at that. I kind of overcut the 7 into the face of the corner pocket to create the stun angle to slide over for the 8. That was, you know, I think that was well executed here. Now, here is where this last phase of the game, guys, a lot of players in my area, they do not like this part of the game where they've done all the hard work and now they'll miss a ball. Like, they'll miss a ball or play bad position on a ball and then their opponents defeat them. So a lot of the players do not like this discipline of the game because it requires so much precision, and of course you have luck. Now have a look here at this beautiful shot here, sliding under the 10 here and bumping out. One of the things that I've learned by practicing, guys, is just settle for what the table gives you. Don't try to do too much. I could have tried to do a little bit, you know, applying a little bit more low spin, low left spin there and coming tight on the 9. But here, I have a fairly good shot on the 9. I just need to float into position, but I also need to use the rails as a break. Now look at the position here that I got on the 10. Dead straight here. Off the short rail. Notice I didn't float into position, but I catch a second rail to use the rail as a break to slow down this particular position play here and landing dead straight here on the 10. This is what you call a pinpoint, precise table run out, you know, doing everything that you've trained all over the years. I've been training, I've been having my YouTube channel for 4 years. All that you've seen me executed here on the table was as a result of training, you know, so that's good. So I wanted to share that video with you. Let me know, guys, if you thought that I ran this rack well enough. Would you have done something else? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, continue practicing with precision, accuracy, consistency, and control. Take care.